SportsNet Central, presented by Comcast Business.
I intend to go out there and pitch at an elite level and have some dominant performances. And I know if I do that and maintain the mindset that, we're going to come out ahead quite a bit.
Jake Arrieta takes the ball for the Cubs tonight right here on Comcast Sportsnet. First pitch in Milwaukee just after 7 p.m. We'll have a live preview from Miller Park in moments. And with that, we welcome you into SportsNet Central, presented by Comcast Business. I'm Mark Shanowski. Another typically busy day in the world of Chicago sports. We've got news on all 5 of the city's major professional sports teams, starting with the Bears, who've reported to camp. Defensive back Tim Jennings, though, missed the opening practice in Bourbonnais, taking care of legal issues in Georgia stemming from a January traffic arrest. Jennings pleaded guilty to reckless driving and speeding, but he had a DUI charge dropped. Jennings was sentenced to 12 months of probation, 40 hours of community service, and ordered to pay $1,000 in fines. Here's Bears beat reporter Adam Johns on how today's news affects Jennings' football future with the Bears.
Tim Jennings has a lot to prove, and this is a bad way to start training camp. He was down in Georgia handling his DUI case. He's not expected to be gone long. John Fox actually expects to be back here immediately, but Tim Jennings is coming off a rough year, and this is a 2-time Pro Bowler that the Bears gave a lot of money to, and he's got a whole new coaching staff to win over. It's still undetermined if this 3-4 defense is a fit for him. He did very, very, very well in the Tampa 2 defense under Lovie Smith. He got a lot of turnovers. This defense may not be a fit for him, and he's got to compete for his job. And again, that big contract, the Bears may want to move some money.
We will have more with Adam later in the show. Matt Forte stayed true to his word, arriving at training camp on time and ready to work. Kip Lewis tells us in our Bears training camp coverage, brought to you by Apt, Forte never contemplated holding out.
I'm under contract anyway, so, when I was talking about the deal and that type of stuff, it really made sense.
Whether it's a contract, whether it's a nagging injury, whether it's maybe a conflict in some facet of their life, they have to overcome that. And so it's just what we deal with. We're very well compensated for what we do, and, those are the expectations.
Forte has done his part both on and off the field for the Bears, and it's clear he'd like to feel more appreciated in the form of a new contract to remain with the organization past the 2015 season.
NFL is reward-based, production-based, so you produce, you get rewarded, but then sometimes when it comes time to be rewarded, it doesn't happen, and if you complain about it, then you're a bad guy or something like that. So, I'm not worried about it because, I'm at the end of my deal, my last year in this deal, and, I was, compensated, correctly, 4 years ago. So at the end of this deal, we'll see what happens.
The things he's accomplished, again, it's hard for me to evaluate, but he has close to Hall of Fame type of numbers, whether it's as a receiver or as a runner. I go way back to watching him coming out of Tulane.
And Forte's production should once again be invaluable to the Bears' offense. Last season in Mark Trestman's offense, number 22 was counted on much more in the passing game, but with a new head coach that emphasizes the value of a running game, expect more from Forte in that area.
It'll look entirely different probably. We threw the ball a whole lot last year. Obviously catching 100 balls is not my goal as a running back, but this year, Coach Fox loves to run the ball and establish the run. Plus that, if you're running the ball, you can run it effectively. You get to control the clock and keep other offenses off the field, which is what we want to do. So if we can control the game, control the pace of the game, and grind out, tough yards and score, then that's what we're going to do.
A philosophy longtime Bears fans can appreciate. In Bourbonnais, Kip Lewis, Comcast Sportsnet.
All right, Kip, thank you very much. Time for Built for Business, presented by Comcast Business. Say what you will about Forte's future with the Bears, but he's definitely carried the load over his 8 professional seasons. Since 2010, Forte tops all other running backs and receivers with over 8,300 yards from scrimmage. That's tonight's Comcast Business, Built for Business. And now the SportsNet Central News Alert. All-star pitcher David Price will be joining the Toronto Blue Jays for the stretch run. It's the first move in Detroit's sell-off of their upcoming veteran free agents. The Tigers received 3 minor league pitchers in return, headlined by left-hander Daniel Norris, ranked as the number 15 prospect in all of baseball. The Tigers also dealt closer Joakim Soria to Pittsburgh this afternoon. Joining us now live from Milwaukee is Patrick Mooney, our Cubs insider from CSN.Chicago.com. Patrick, since Price was traded in the final year on his contract, the Blue Jays won't get a compensation pick if he leaves eventually in free agency. Does that make it even more likely the Cubs will go all in to try to sign David Price this winter?
Yeah, Mark, I think without a doubt the Cubs were rooting for David Price to get traded. You know, that helps in terms of that draft pick compensation is off the table. And I asked Joe Maddon about it today, and he said, you know, his emotions were, you know, thank God he's going to the other league. He's good with Cole Hamels going to the American League and David Price staying in the American League. And I think that, you know, Theo and Jed have made it clear that they're building this for the long haul. They weren't that interested in a 2-month rental. They know, you know, they have a lot of ins with David Price. You know, he's certainly, when we talked to him in Detroit, when he described his ideal free agent destination, he didn't specifically say Chicago, but it certainly sounded like Chicago in terms of a place where he can be comfortable, can be himself, and win for a long time. So I think, you know, for a couple months we can put the David Price rumors on hold, but I think they're going to start back up again shortly after the World Series.
Yeah, that's one to watch for the offseason. But as for today, several media outlets reporting the Cubs are aggressively shopping Starlin Castro just 2 days after his manager told him he wasn't going anywhere and should just relax. What can you tell us about the Castro situation?
Well, the Cubs have had Starlin Castro out there for a while now, and I think, you know, whether you're saying they're aggressively shopping him or listening or offering him, really, at this point, I'm not sure what team's going to jump out there and make Starlin Castro a centerpiece to a trade or install him as their everyday shortstop. And, you know, Joe Maddon said that for a reason. He knows he's only as good as his word, and, you know, he admitted today, he's like, look, you know, I kind of gathered every piece of information I could, and at that point, you know, that's what I was hearing. That's why I wanted to reassure Starlin. You know, his caveat was obviously Theo could get blown away. You know, these are fluid situations, things can change, but at this point the Cubs aren't expecting to be blown away with the Starlin Castro deal.
Well, we know that the Cubs and Padres have done business in the past, given Jed Hoyer's connection to that franchise. Are you anticipating those two teams might strike a deal before tomorrow's 3 p.m. deadline?
Yeah, the Cubs have been talking to the Padres. Tyson Ross would probably be, you know, an ideal fit. That would be where the Cubs would have to blow the Padres away because he's under club control for a couple more years. He's a really talented guy. He's, you know, 6'5", you know, a guy who could put up 200 strikeouts a year. A Cubs player yesterday, you know, was asking about him, you know, saying that guy, you know, could be a real frontline pitcher. But at this point, if you're the Padres, they're a really hard team to read after, you know, they went all in this offseason. They made this kind of dizzying winter, and who knows what they're going to do. But I do think at this point, you know, Ian Kennedy is kind of a nice fallback for the Cubs. He's a decent rental, and I do think the Cubs are kind of waiting until Friday once it gets closer to 3 o'clock Chicago time and the prices start dropping. Andrew Cashner is another guy who I think is a hard fit. You know, Theo and Jed came in here. They looked at Andrew Cashner, and as much as they liked Anthony Rizzo, they didn't really think Andrew Cashner had as high a ceiling as he thought he was. So I think at this point he doesn't make as much sense. So I think, you know, Ian Kennedy is probably a guy, a name to watch here in the next, 21 hours.
Well, Patrick, they're getting ready to roll out the barrel in Milwaukee. It takes me back to my formative years growing up there. We'll let you go, and we'll be following your coverage at CSNChicago.com.
Thanks, Mark.
Still ahead on the show, the Stanley Cup champs will have a new place to train in a couple of years. We'll show you plans for the Hawks' future West Side Ice Palace. After suffering season-ending injuries, both Lamar Houston and Willie Young were ready for work on the opening day of training camp. We'll head to Bourbonnais to find out how they looked. And Pau Gasol is with the NBA halfway around the world, but that didn't stop the veteran from weighing in on some of the Bulls' struggles this past season.
SportsNet Central, brought to you by Comcast Business. Comcast Business, built for business.
This is a great place to work, not because they have yoga meetings and a juice bar, because they're getting Comcast Business Internet. Comcast Business offers convenient installation appointments that work around your schedule, and it takes about an hour.
Get reliable internet that's up to 5 times faster than DSL from the phone company. Call 800-501-6000 to switch today.
Perks are nice, but the best thing you can give your business is Comcast Business.
Comcast Business, built for business.
We all want that wow result on our own projects, that perfect reveal. To get it, all you need is proper prep and the right tools for the job. 3M Adhesive Technology delivers sharp paint lines and clean removal, so you can be confident you'll get great results. No surprises and no rework. Prep your next project with Scotch Blue Painter's Tape and pull off a better paint job.
Facts are many, but the truth is one. The #1 selling car in America is at Oak Brook Toyota in Westmont. Come in now for a great deal on a bestseller.
Lease a brand new Toyota Corolla for only $169 a month or get 0% financing for 60 months.
Bob Rohrman. Bob Rohrman's Oak Brook Toyota in Westmont, just 5 minutes west of the Tri-State on Ogden Avenue.
A rabbit genetically modified and bred with a panther, with turbines attached, on ice, shaved with a... what the...
With the fastest speeds to the most homes, the company that keeps making fast, faster is doing it again. Introducing multi-gig speeds from Xfinity, the future of awesome.
Postal saucer past the deep high sliding, shoots, butterfly safety, falls over the end, score! Duck and King! The Hawks take a 1-0 lead on the Lightning, and Saad escapes with a puck over the Lightning line left wing, drop past Richard, closes it, put it across, he score! It's Patrick Kane with his first goal in the final! It's 2-0 Hawks with 5:14 left in the third, and this crowd can smell it for the third time in 6 seasons. It's 1 goal achieved. The Chicago Blackhawks win the Stanley Cup.
I'm sure you didn't mind seeing that video again. And fresh off their 3rd Stanley Cup title in the last 6 seasons, the Blackhawks and Chicago Mayor Rahm Emanuel announced plans to build a brand new practice facility just down the street from the United Center. Luke Stuckmeyer has more.
The Blackhawks' new 125,000 square foot practice home will include 2 NHL regulation ice rinks, spectator seating, and more. Youth hockey development programs will come along with the state-of-the-art facility.
This is going to provide tremendous opportunity, not only for our players to practice at a state-of-the-art 21st century facility, but to provide opportunities for young people to be introduced to the game, learn the game, and ultimately become players.
So we said we want to do something, and if we built one ice surface, that would be enough for the Blackhawks they could use, and we could have a little bit of community involvement. But if we build a second ice surface, we could really make sure that we can have a facility that the community could use, be proud of, and we could have put something back in, that their kids can't learn to skate if there's not any ice.
The makeover for Chicago's West Side started with the United Center. Then there was the new Rush Hospital, a new Malcolm X College, and a new Bulls training facility. Now the Blackhawks are happy to add to what's already been started.
This is a great day for the city of Chicago, not just the West Side, but with this, not only the championships of the Stanley Cup, but now with the Blackhawks coming home and bringing their training here, and Rush Presbyterian further continuing to be a full partner in the city of Chicago. We are making sure that all parts of the city are winning and all parts of the city get a chance to win.
The city will pay for the demolition of the old Malcolm X College, while the mayor says the Blackhawks paid market value for the property in a net gain for the city. The new community training center will be privately funded and hopes to open in 2 years. Covering the Stanley Cup champion Blackhawks, Luke Stuckmeyer, Comcast SportsNet.
All right, Luke, thank you very much. Now it's time for our nightly look at the Summer of Stanley. Where is the cup today? It's been spotted in Middletown, New Jersey with Trevor Van Riemsdyk. The Hawks' young defenseman showed off the cup with a couple of local politicians as they handed him the key to the city. Pretty heady stuff for TVR, who just turned 24. Pau Gasol also celebrated a birthday recently, turning 35. Gasol and former Bulls All-Star Luol Deng among a group of NBA players putting on the first ever charity basketball game in Africa. It'll be played on Saturday. Gasol held a teleconference to help promote the event. He also answered questions on the past and future of the Bulls, including why the team was so maddeningly inconsistent last year under the now departed Tom Thibodeau.
It's hard to pinpoint on the specific reasons. There was definitely an inconsistency throughout the year. We were kind of very up and down team, even though we finished third in a conference. We still had a lot of, I think, games that we weren't ready to play. Just too many games we gave away against teams that we were supposed to beat, and we were a better team overall. And at the end of the day, though, we paid the price of that, I guess, lack of sense of urgency and giving importance to those moments during the regular season.
Well, plenty of drama as Big Ten football media days got underway in downtown Chicago. The defending national champs suspend a key player for their season opener, while embattled Illinois coach Tim Beckman wants to talk about one thing and one thing only. That's the upcoming season for his Illini.
In August 2015, the PGA Championship will return to Whistling Straits. Drama will unfold over every dune as the strongest field in golf collides. Go to PGAchampionship.com to purchase your tickets today. This is Major. This is the PGA Championship.
There are lots of reasons why Myrtle Beach, South Carolina is the golf capital of the world. Over 100 beautifully manicured courses open to everyone, with more of these courses ranked in America's top 100 than any other destination, where you can escape the daily grind and reconnect with friends and family in a place affectionately known as Golf Town, USA. And now Myrtle Beach is easier to get to than ever with several new nonstop flights from Allegiant Air. To plan your next Myrtle Beach golf vacation, go to golftownusa.com.
Catch was my therapy growing up. With a ball and glove, my dad and I could work out anything. Today, I have my own kids. Hey, want to play some catch?
Sure.
And catch is still my therapy.
Good.
All right, give me a fastball here. Whoa. Just two people, a ball, and a backyard. And the comfort of home.
Every home has a story. Tell yours at coldwellbanker.com.
This is a great place to work, not because they have yoga meetings in a juice bar, because they're getting Comcast Business Internet. Comcast Business offers convenient installation appointments that work around your schedule, and it takes about an hour.
Get reliable internet that's up to 5 times faster than DSL from the phone company. Call 800-501-6000 to switch today.
Perks are nice, but the best thing you can give your business is Comcast Business.
Comcast Business, built for business.
In August 2015, the PGA Championship will return to Whistling Straits. Drama will unfold over every dune as the strongest field in golf collides. Go to PGAchampionship.com to purchase your tickets today. This is Major. This is the PGA Championship.
We are back with another SportsNet Central News Alert. All-American defensive end Joey Bosa and 3 other prominent offensive players have been suspended for Ohio State's season opener at Virginia Tech for violating university rules. The Buckeyes are ranked #1 in both major preseason polls, but remember, they lost to Virginia Tech in Columbus a year ago. Closer to home, it's been a spring and summer filled with controversy at the University of Illinois for the athletic department, including complaints by former football players about poor treatment they received from Tim Beckman and his staff. At today's Big Ten media gathering, Beckman did his best to avoid answering questions about ongoing issues inside the football program.
I think our focus has always been on what we can control and what we can do. And right now, our student athletes understand that we're going to be a week. We got September 4th, 8 o'clock kickoff against Kent. We know that they're going to be prepared and ready, and we're going to try to control those things, and that's what we can control. This football team, this 2015, these 23 seniors that we have out of the 2015 football team is who we're excited about working with. And we know what we're doing in this program. We understand, how this program can get better and better each and every year, because it has. That's reality.
Back to the Bears. The new regime is only allowing television stations to shoot the warm-up period during training camp. So get ready to see a lot of players stretching here on Comcast SportsNet in the upcoming weeks. Joining us now from Bourbonnais is Adam Johns of the Sun-Times. Adam, a major offseason storyline involved Martellus Bennett, the Bears Pro Bowl tight end. Bennett on the field today, ready to turn the page. What were your impressions of his attitude on day one?
Well, I think he wants to put this whole offseason behind him. I think it will stick with him, at least throughout training camp, because he did miss a lot of time of John Fox's offseason program. We know he wants a new contract. I don't think it's going to happen right now under Ryan Pace. Ryan Pace has other guys to consider to give money to, guys like Alshon Jeffrey and guys like Matt Forte, who are in the final years of their contracts. Martellus Bennett has 2 years left on his deal. Now, Martellus did say there is no hard feelings at this moment, but who knows? He's got this whole new coaching staff to win over. You got to remember that Martellus Bennett was signed by Phil Emery, and he won over Mark Trestman. Who knows how John Fox and Ryan Pace truly feel about him, especially after he skipped much of their offseason program.
Lamar Houston, Willie Young both took part in the opening practice after major offseason injuries. We know it was only the first day of practice in shorts, but how did both players look to you?
They didn't do much. Again, very serious injuries that they're coming off. They're going to have personalized plans under the Bears training staff to go through until they're at full participation. But big things are expected from both players. They need to compete to get on the field. Jared Allen's moving to outside linebacker. Pernell McPhee is here at outside linebacker. So there's competition for them. These guys aren't guaranteed starters. Their playing time isn't guaranteed, especially for a guy like Lamar Houston with the big contract. But they got a lot of work to do. This is a new defense being installed by Vic Fangio. This is a 3-4 defense, especially for Willie Young, who hasn't played much really at all in a 3-4 defense. So they have a lot to prove, a lot of catching up to do, and they just got to get back into playing shape.
And finally, it's an adjustment period for everyone with a new general manager and coaching staff. How was day one different with John Fox in charge?
Well, it was definitely louder from chants from the players when they break their huddles and stuff like that. There's a different vibe on the field under John Fox in terms of the demeanor of the players. It was also louder because they had music, rap music, country music blaring throughout their practices. That is something that they continued over from their offseason program. It's a different type of crowd noise simulation. We'll see how well that really works, but fans should be prepared to rock out a little bit here. And then just in terms of everything here, like Cutler said yesterday, like Jay Cutler said, there's a newness. Everybody's getting to know the staff, and that applies to the media as well. There's new rules for us, just like there's new rules for the new media department. So everybody's learning how to handle everything here under John Fox.
Adam, thank you very much. We look forward to catching up with you later in training camp.
Anytime.
The 36th annual National Sports Collectors Convention is kicked off in Rosemont. There you see the former Bears great Gale Sayers, Paul Konerko signing some autographs for fans. The convention runs through the weekend at the Donald E. Stevens Convention Center. Hi, Tonio. We'll be right back with more SportsNet Central.
This is a great place to work, not because they have yoga meetings in a juice bar, because they're getting Comcast Business Internet. Comcast Business offers convenient installation appointments that work around your schedule. And it takes, done, about an hour.
Get reliable internet that's up to 5 times faster than DSL from the phone company. Call 800-501-6000 to switch today.
Perks are nice, but the best thing you can give your business is Comcast Business.
Comcast Business, built for business.
Hey, Ralph Punzel.
Oh, hey, Ronnie.
Where are you headed?
Great Clips.
You're getting a haircut?
I checked in already. Using their online check-in.
I'm dying to check.
It saves you time.
You're getting a haircut.
Why? Thinking about applying to astronaut school.
That's cool.
Okay, I'll see you, Ronnie.
Next time, save time. Download the online check-in app today. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
At DirecTV, we believe giving a smile to a sick child is the least we can do. We believe logging tens of thousands of hours building homes and playgrounds defines our true spirit. That providing job opportunities for disabled Americans is the best way to celebrate diversity. And that being named one of the top 50 most community-minded companies in the U.S. means we're doing something right. Because we believe there's no place for ordinary when you entertain the extraordinary. Don't just watch TV. DirecTV.
Wherever we drive, we all need the same thing. Great tires at low prices. That's why there's AutoTech. As McHenry County's largest independent tire dealer, we have the low prices you're looking for. Plus, friendly service from your locally owned AutoTech. And now get up to $120 rebate on Goodyear and Dunlop tires. Great tires at low prices. That's AutoTech, where tires are less. For tires, wheels, maintenance, and repair, visit these local Goodyear AutoTech centers today. Huntley, Woodstock, Crystal Lake, and McHenry.
Moving is frustrating, but moving your DirecTV isn't. Simply call before you move and we'll take care of everything. With our professional installation, your DirecTV will be up and running before you unpack. That's one less burden as you celebrate your fresh start. The DirecTV Movers Deal. Call and ask about all the benefits today.
All of a sudden, the White Sox are the hottest team in baseball, having won 7 in a row, and they're reportedly looking to trade for a veteran hitter like Yoenis Cespedes or Justin Upton. Stay tuned on that one. Tonight's game in Boston, currently in a rain delay. They're hoping to get it in, and Robin Ventura says tonight's game is all the Sox should be thinking about right now.
These guys are very good at focusing on today and getting through this and trying to win tonight's game. You know, you don't look too far ahead. It's important for the guy going to the mound. I think, that's, where we've reached to and the level that we're at is, we got Chris Sale going tonight, and, guys are excited about that, and they're focused on tonight. They're not, focused on if we're trading somebody, if we're not trading somebody.
Yeah, with Chris Sale on the mound, the Sox have to like their chances of making it 8 straight wins. Hopefully they get that game in tonight at Fenway Park. Thank you so much for watching SportsNet Central, presented by Comcast Business. Here on Comcast Sportsnet, time to get you out to Miller Park for Cubs baseball. Len Casper and Jim DeShays have the call.
Brian Barehand, great at bat by Soler. Save. Caught by Russell. Struck him out. What a moment for the champ.
Make the most of every sun-filled summer day with a refreshing Leinenkugel Summer Shandy. It's our refreshing Weiss beer with natural lemonade flavor. We've been brewing for 6 generations, and of all the beers our family brews, this one says summer.
3 chicken tenders, taters, and gravy. I threw in a biscuit and a big old cookie. My $5 Phillip will fill you up, guaranteed. Isn't that right, Phillip? It's still finger I can get.
Do you like the Passat?
It's a good-looking car.
This is the model rear-end event.
The model year-end sales event. It's year-end.
It's the rear-end event.
Year-end, rear-end. Check it out. Talk about turbocharging my engine.
Gorgeous. What kind of car do you like? New or many miles on it?
Get a $1,000 Volkswagen reward card on select 2015 Passat models. Release a 2015 Passat limited edition for $199 a month after a $1,000 bonus.
Fix my heart and my broken bones. If I can't stand up on my own, don't make me stand alone. Lift me up so I can see the light. When the sun goes down, I will lay in your arms tonight. Don't be afraid, don't be afraid. Your heart's been repaid.
This is the Ford F-150, and this changes everything.
Drive a new 2015 Ford F-150, the future of tough, for just $249 a month. See your local Ford dealer today.
Baseball fans here in Milwaukee are usually out grilling. It's a big picnic in the parking lot hours before the first pitch, and we're getting set for Cubs baseball here on Comcast SportsNet. First of a 4-game weekend series between the Chicago Cubs and Milwaukee Brewers. Great to have you with us alongside Jim DeShays. I'm Len Casper. Gorgeous night here in Milwaukee. Roof open. Cubs need to get on a roll here against a team that is struggling in the Brewers. Dexter Fowler has been probably the Cubs' best offensive player here in the second half.
Yeah, he's really made a very nice turnaround. Really struggling a couple of weeks ago, and that was a pretty prolonged slump that he endured. But Dexter Fowler has really been swinging well. He's hitting for power. He's taking his walks. He's stealing bases. He's feeling a little bit of a bad back, but it has not slowed him. The last couple of weeks, he's posted some very impressive numbers, including a .378 batting average, a .533 on base percentage, and I mentioned the walks, 15 of those, 4 stolen bases for Fowler.
And Joe Madden keeping Kyle Schwarber in the lineup. He's playing left. Chris Bryant gets the night off. It'll be Chris Coughlin playing third. And let's get into the pitching matchup. Couple of right-handers who've been in a good stretch.
Yeah, Jake Gary had a quality start last time out, lost that ball game, but he's been much more than quality for a good long while now. He's been dominant. Last 7 starts, 5-1 with a 1.37 ERA. Jimmy Nelson, a guy we saw a couple of times early in the year, back-to-back starts back in May. As a matter of fact, a career-high 11 strikeouts against the Cubs in one of those ball games, and you see his good work of late as well. 5-1 with a 254 over his last 6 starts.
A lot of this season series still yet to be played here in the second half. The Cubs just 2-4 against the Brewers. We'll have a studio update and then baseball from Miller Park coming up.
Wishing for something amazing? How about when you switch to Cricket Wireless? You can get the Samsung Galaxy Grand Prime for $99.99. What more could you wish for? Cricket Wireless, something to smile about.
Make the most of every sun-filled summer day with a refreshing Leinenkugel Summer Shandy. It's our refreshing Weiss beer with natural lemonade flavor. We've been brewing for 6 generations, and of all the beers our family brews, this one says summer.
And here we go, folks.
It's your favorite hot dog bun, mustard, and overpriced watered-down beer.
Are you sure you want to eat all that? Because you already weigh more than your team's batting average.
Let's just toast to our anniversary. Oh no, it's corked.
Let's just watch the game. I tweeted all of your friends to come over, but I guess no one showed up.
That's okay. I invited one of your friends too.
It's out of here.
Give a real anniversary gift this year. Escape to the Champagne Lodge in Willowbrook. Book your next special memory at the Champagne Lodge today. You know you deserve it.
Gerald Hyundai moves you forward with a full line of the most fuel-efficient, affordable cars on the road. And we make it easy to save big on your favorite models. Get 0% financing for 60 months on all models to qualified buyers. Drive home today in a new Gerald Hyundai, all backed by the Gerald exclusive lifetime warranty. Unlimited time, unlimited miles. There's an exciting drive ahead only at Gerald Hyundai. Gerald Hyundai at I-88 and Orchard Road, or visit geraldhyundai.com.
Hi, I'm David Kaplan back in our downtown Chicago studios along the river. We'll get you back out to Milwaukee for the Cubs Brewers in just a couple of minutes. Bears back. First day of practice for John Fox and company on the grass. Staying true to his word, Matt Forte arrived at training camp on time and ready to work, despite his effort to get an offseason contract extension that was denied by the team. Forte said he never contemplated holding out.
NFL is reward-based, production-based, so you produce, you get rewarded, but then sometimes when it comes time to be rewarded, it doesn't happen, and if you complain about it, then you're a bad guy or something like that. So, you know, I'm not worried about it because, you know, I'm at the end of my deal, my last year in this deal, and, you know, I was, you know, compensated, you know, correctly, you know, 4 years ago. So at the end of this deal, we'll see what happens.
One surprise this afternoon, two-time Pro Bowler Tim Jennings missed the opening practice to take care of legal issues in Georgia stemming from a January traffic arrest. Jennings pleaded guilty to reckless driving and speeding, but had a DUI charge dropped. He was sentenced to 12 months probation, 40 hours community service in order to pay $1,000 in fines. All right, that's going to do it from our downtown Chicago studios. Jake Arrieta, Jimmy Nelson next at Miller Park. Enjoy great baseball right here on CSN. Holly and I have your post game after the ballgame. See ya.
This summer, get ready for suspense, unbridled jealousy.
She's still there.
New beginnings.
Goodbye.
And sheer exhilaration.
Lock and load. Roger.
It's the event you don't want to miss. It's the Summer of Audi sales event. Get the Audi you've always wanted with zero do-it signing now during the Summer of Audi sales event.
One thing we can rely on in this house is UVerse high-speed internet.
I've been streaming movies all day without any problems.
UVerse high-speed internet has brought much-needed reliability to our lives.
It's got reliability you can rely on.
AT&T UVerse high-speed internet. With 99.9% reliability, it's one thing you can rely on.
Add security to your home with Heath, Zenith, and Menards. Dual bright motion lights turn on to 50% brightness at dusk and full brightness when motion is detected. The Estate and Shaker Cove models are $24.99 each after rebate. Add a finish that lasts with Thompson's Water Seal Stain. With a deep penetrating formula, it prevents water and UV damage while resisting mildew growth. Save $4 a gallon on semi-transparent or solid color stain after instant savings and rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
May 30th, 2008, Cubs, Colorado. We were behind big time at 8-0, and then it was 9-1. Even at 9-4,
now 9-4.
I was starting to give up hope. Then Jimmy Edmonds with two aboard, bam! And then Mark DeRosa. Are you flat out kidding me? I mean, touch them all. 10-9 Cubs. I mean, it was amazing, amazing. It was amazing. But that's why I'm all in for my Cubs. What a year! What a game!
Cubs baseball on Comcast SportsNet is brought to you in part by your Chicago area and Northwest Indiana Lexus dealer, who invites you to test drive a Lexus today. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, through it all. AT&T UVerse. Find out what's possible with AT&T. Call 1-800-PIC-ATT, mobilizing your world. Ford. Check out America's freshest lineup at your local Ford store or at localfordstores.com. And by Southwest Airlines. Book your low fare now at southwest.com.
Gorgeous night here in Milwaukee as the Cubs and the Brewers will play Game 7 of their season series. 19 games in all, so still 13 to go. Including 4 this weekend, and the Brewers just announced to trade Carlos Gomez, who had his trade to the Mets nixed yesterday, is now a Houston Astro along with right-hander Mike Fiers. And don't know a lot of these names, JD, but just reading Twitter, it looks like the Brewers got a pretty good haul in terms of the Astros farm system.
Oh, yeah, some highly regarded prospects in that mix. Santana, familiar with him. They got him from the Phillies in a trade a couple of years back. Pretty good-looking player, outfielder. Yeah, well, you know, they tried to make the move with Gomez last night. The Mets didn't like the medicals on Gomez. Apparently, the Astros thought he would be just fine, and they've added a very dynamic player to their lineup.
And the Astros tried to get draft slot number 73, but had to settle for 76. I'm kidding, of course. All right, let's get the Cubs Southwest starting lineup. Dexter Fowler, the hottest hitter on the planet, it seems. He's been getting on base a ton, will lead it off. Schwarber in left for the second straight day. Chris Conklin actually was originally a third baseman in the Marlins chain. He's going to play there tonight. Rizzo homered yesterday. Soler had the day off, so he's back in there along with Starlin Castro. David Ross will catch for Jake Arrieta. And young Addison Russell will play second, and he'll hit ninth.
Defensively, the Brewers set up this way. They've made 79 errors. That's the most in the National League this year. Davis A late addition to the lineup with the Gomez trade. He's in left. Parra slides over to center. He's a Gold Glove outfielder. Ryan Braun is in right. Perez now getting regular time at third with the Ramos Ramirez traded away. Segura and Jeanette in the middle. Adam Lind has had a very nice year. He's the first baseman. Jonathan Lucroy behind the plate. And Alexis pursuing perfection starting pitcher for Milwaukee is big right-hander Jimmy Nelson. First full year in the big leagues. A cup of coffee a couple of years ago. A little more time last year. And looks like he's going to be a good one. 8-9 so far this year with a 3.97 ERA.
Yeah, he's a big dude too. 6'6", 245. And as a reminder, if tonight's Cubs leadoff man gets a hit, Benny's Beverage Depot will donate $100 to Make-A-Wish, Illinois.
Power arm, power sinker for Nelson. Gets a lot of ground balls with a fastball that can max out around 96 miles an hour. You see a lot right there, 93, 94, down around the knees when he's good. Curveball, slider, and a change.
Lucroy sets up toward the outside, and apparently it was outside, maybe a little low. Get the umpires, David Rackley, calling those balls as strikes. Crew chief is Hunter Wendelstedt. Marvin Hudson, Pat Hoberg, second and third respectively. Missed again. Comfortable night. Temperatures in the low to mid 80s. Blue skies above. Lights are on. Roof open. Panels out in left center and right center are open as well. Not too much wind. When guys get locked in like Fowler, they tend to be in a lot of 2-0, 3-1 counts.
Patient, not chasing, forcing the pitcher into the zone.
And now full 3-2 with Kyle Schwarber on deck.
Yeah, he got an aggressive fastball over the heart of the plate there from Nelson, just behind it at 95 miles an hour. And there's a souvenir for those young guys. The arm wrestle for it. It's the Mandelbaum brothers at the ballpark here tonight.
Another foul. Cubs start the night 2.5 back of the Giants. Second wild card spot. And 1 ahead of the Mets for third. Boy, really tough loss for the Mets today. They had a huge lead against the Padres. Could not hold it in an 8-7 defeat. Good slider to get Dexter Fowler, and that's the first out. Now Schwarber playing left, making his Miller Park debut. Was that a curve, not a slider? That was a slider a little harder, maybe.
That was, I think that was a curveball. That curveball action, he did throw it hard.
Fastball 95 on the outside corner. You see Parra around a little bit to left out there in center. And a pull shift on the infield. A little high that time. Giants are off. They will be in Texas tomorrow night. Swing and a miss. Meantime, the Brewers have had a very tough year. They got off to a horrible start. Ron Renicky, their manager, was fired on May 3rd after a 7-18 beginning to the year. It's Craig Counsell. They've gone 37-40 under him. They've gotten a little better each month, including a 13-10 July. But they've spent all but 4 days in last place. Could not get the high heat. Back-to-back Ks for Nelson.
So Nelson gets you a couple different ways. We talked about the sinker, but he certainly has enough arm to throw it by you. And some numbers on Craig Counsell. You know, they started so poorly, you knew they had to turn it around. So how much of that turnaround Craig deserves the credit for, I don't know, but he's a really good baseball guy, long playing career. And when he got hired, folks around here told us he could have pretty much had any job he wanted inside this organization. They hold him in such high regard.
Now Chris Coughlin in for Chris Bryant. And at the knees.
Except for radio play-by-play man, because that's Uke's gig. They're not going to.
Yeah, they've got a guy who's been doing it for a while, probably before Craig Counsell was born. Ninth big league start at third base for Coughlin, but that was his original position in the minor leagues with the Marlins. Just a bit outside.
Matter of fact, Uke said that, you know, because Counsell's dad worked here for the Brewers, and that's what Uke was saying earlier tonight. He said, I've known Counsell since before he was born.
Always good to see Uke. It's that front row seat up in section 422 behind the pole. Nelson with a 2-1. Line shot, deep center. Parra is there, and it's a 1-2-3 opening frame for Nelson. Brewers bats coming up against Jake Arrieta.
Hey, Chicago. Did you know that we can fly you internationally from Midway to your favorite places in Mexico, Belize, Costa Rica, and the Caribbean? You didn't? Well, that's why we're here. Ta-da! Chicago, you have lots of sunny options. So long, stateside. Hello, lots of sunny opportunities. Book now at southwest.com.
Great news. The best internet offer of the year is back. Get Xfinity Internet for just $14.99 a month for 12 months. But don't wait. This offer is only back for a short time. AT&T U-verse can't give you the speed Xfinity does. Call 1-800-XFINITY to get started for as low as $14.99 a month for 12 months. Or ask how to get even more speed with Blast. Now with 50% more speed. Call 1-800-XFINITY today.
Into the Acura. It's that kind of summer event.
Visit your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Acura dealer for attractive offers on the ILX.
Struggling Brewers offense, 12 runs on their just completed 7-game road trip. They've been shut out 3 times over their last 5. And no cargo. Carlos Gomez just traded to Houston, so their Southwest lineup looks like this. Parra and Lucroy have been hot as of late. Gerardo Parra in particular putting together a fine season. Ryan Braun, Adam Lind, Chris Davis will play left. Scooter Gennett spent some time in the minor leagues this season. He's back. Gene Segura is at short. Hernan Perez is at third. Aramis Ramirez recently dealt to the Pirates. And the pitcher Nelson bats ninth.
Cubs defensively, second start in a row for Kyle Schwarber out there in left. Fowler's in center. Soler after the day off back out in right. Chris Coughlin has played 3 innings at third base this year, a handful of games at that position a couple of years back, and he came up as a third baseman in the Marlins chain. Castro Russell in the middle. Rizzo's at first. Ross is behind the plate, and Big Jake is on the bump. Arrieta 11-6 with a 2.61 ERA, making his 21st start. And he is having a brilliant season, league hitting just .214 against him. On the road, he is 7-1 with a 2.14 earned run average. And it gets even better than that.
It gets better than his Sox?
It gets better than his Sox. In his last 4 road starts, he has pitched to a 0.58 earned run average.
nothing gets better than his Sox.
Well, trying to follow up one of the better starts we've seen this year from John Lester. 14 punch-outs in the 3-2 win over the Rockies yesterday. 2 strikes on Parra, another guy whose name has come up on the rumor mill. 13-game hitting streak, batting .457. But we'll go back further than that. His last 83 games, he's hitting .350. Plays Gold Glove defense.
I always thought he was one of the more underrated players in the National League. He's having a big year. .432 in July. That's the best batting average in the NL in July. Pretty impressive stuff. Hitting for some power too. Nine home runs this year, 1 shy of his career best.
It's interesting, isn't it? You know, the Cubs have played a bunch of teams here lately that are either under 500 or just completely out of the race. A lot of talented guys. I mean, the Reds.
Well, you know, a lot of it
Rockies,
just depends on what
Brewers.
In the pitching matchup. I mean, the Brewers offensively have been a better club than the Cubs this year. Their pitching, starting pitching in particular, has really struggled. The veteran guys, you know, Garza's been a tough go. Kyle Loesch having a miserable year. You know, so if you run into this kid Nelson Jungmann, who we're going to see, we have not yet seen him, but he's really throwing the ball well.
One-two pitch, hit in the air to deep left. That's Schwarber, who had a pretty quiet day yesterday. Only had 1 chance out there, and he gets into the groove early tonight. Bring up Jonathan Lucroy. Missed 38 games in the first half with a broken toe. Batting .400 his last 8 games.
In the medical report in the Brewers notes, it refers to it as his great toe.
That would be the big toe.
Great toe. Yeah, I always thought it was the big toe, but apparently, technically, it's the great toe.
I might nominate another toe on one of my feet as the great one.
I know. It's kind of random. Just because it's the biggest doesn't make it the best.
1-0 on the way. It's a strike. 1-1. Arrieta making his second start this year against the Brewers, his 7th career outing. 2-3 lifetime with a .322. Struggled against them in his first start at Wrigley this season. As a lob toss to Rizzo, and Lucroy's out.
Pedestrian outing by Arrieta standards last time, but still a quality start. 5-0 loss to the Phillies. Went 6 innings, allowed 6 hits, 3 runs, all coming home on a Ryan Howard 3-run homer.
Braun recently dealing with some back issues. Injury replacement on the National League All-Star team. He subbed for Matt Holliday, 6th time he's been an All-Star. He hit a triple. 2nd time he has tripled in the All-Star game. Up and in.
Guess it didn't much matter what Jake did last time out, since Cole Hamels threw a no-hitter.
Yeah, it's hard to win when the other guy gives up nothing. Cole Hamels, who's now a Texas Ranger. First pitcher in Major League history to throw a no-hitter, and then before his next start in that season, traded. Three and one.
.11 through no-hitter, his final start of the year for club, and then was traded in the offseason.
3-1 slider.
Ooh,
like it could have been called strike.
Yeah,
well, he swung at it.
Could have been swinging.
Yeah, there are a lot of ways to call that one a strike, and Hunter Wendelstedt got him on the swing. That would have been a pretty big upset, wouldn't it? He swung at it. It looked like it landed in the box, and it almost was ball four. There is ball four.
LeBron took that breaking pitch like he was anticipating it.
Lynn 1 out of 15 his last 5 games. He missed a couple of days with some back stiffness, but in the overall putting together a fine campaign after being acquired from the Blue Jays over the winter. First base had been a real problem spot for the Brewers really since they traded Prince Fielder, or I guess let him go via free agency, right?
Yeah,
with the Tigers.
A lot of different people passed through, and well, last year they used 7 different guys at first base.
There goes Braun. Here's the throw by Ross. Out. David Ross gets Ryan Braun, and that'll end the first inning. 2-out walk, no damage. We're scoreless after 1.
Scouting is an important part of baseball, but it's also an important part of shopping. I'm looking for hustle. That's fast enough. Now let's see if you can catch. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
Jeffy1016 posted, worked hard, promotion, time to play hard, hashtag upgrade my car. Congrats, Jeffy. Now's the time to hit the Honda Summer Clearance event. You can get a great deal on the Honda Accord from KBB.com's best overall brand. With rear view camera and text message reader standard, it's the perfect upgrade. Awesome.
Go, Jeffy. Go, Jeffy.
Hurry in to the Honda Summer Clearance event for a great deal on your new Honda.
You stream music, movies, TV, stuff you shouldn't watch in public, like that guy. Everything's on demand, so why wait 2 years to upgrade your phone? What if you made the wrong choice? Or an even wronger choice?
Yeah, I know.
And you. Hi, I'm on this phone to tell you more about phones. Oh, you actually chose wisely.
Introducing Jump on Demand. Get the phone you want when you want, including a new iPhone 6 for $0 up front and just $15 a month.
Love music, celebrating with all my friends. Fam so proud, wish grandma could see this trend. If you feel it in your soul like the vibe should, grab somebody, enjoy life.
With a new Joe, a new team, a new state of mind, this just might be your year, Cubs fans. And to celebrate, we've upped our Twitter game, and you should too. We're stacked with game time updates, fast fan reactions, instant scores, and exclusives from insider Patrick Mooney. Share all your own favorite boys in blue moments with @CSN Cubs. And we'll keep an eye out.
Second inning, Jimmy Nelson against Anthony Rizzo. Cubs went down 1-2-3 in the first. That will not happen here in the second. Davis will cut it off, but Rizzo's got a double. Good sign. He homered yesterday, and
pretty true to form here. Jimmy Nelson is hitters, but lefties have done a lot of damage against him. Yesterday, Anthony Rizzo took a fastball in on his hands and pulled it right down the right field line off the fair pole for a 2-run shot. And he gets this evening started by shooting one in the gap in left center. Leadoff double. Yeah, the numbers pretty stark here. 212 the batting average against Nelson for right-handed hitters, 302 for left-handed hitters.
Jorge Soler coming off a day off. That one gets by Lucroy. And Rizzo will take third.
Cross up, I believe. Lucroy out to talk with his young right-hander. You know, I think Lucroy maybe had a shot at Anthony there, but assumed he did not. This ball comes back to him fairly quickly, and Anthony doesn't get the best break. You see Lucroy here at the end of this play with his head down, just assuming he's got no shot at Rizzo.
Soler takes a strike. I would assume a passed ball. Have not heard the scoring. No, wild pitch. Okay. Infield back. Lind, however, even with a bag at first, inside. Lind actually looking into his dugout, kind of shrugging, saying, you want me in or back? Yeah, well, I'll stay here.
Whatever. That's whatevs. I'm good. It's like he's not going to hit it my way anyway.
Rizzo's got a hold. It goes 1-3. One away, and it'll bring up Starlin Castro.
Frustrating for a hitter. You got a man on third base, nobody out. The infield's back. Hit a ground ball just about anywhere. You're going to score that run, but not back to the mound. And now with one out and moving down towards the bottom of the order, Craig Counsell will pull the infield in.
Starlin did not play yesterday. Only the third time he has not participated. Back in there tonight, hitting sixth. Infield and the pitch. Well, jam shot liner the other way. Lands a couple of feet foul. Nothing in two. Nelson went to the University of Alabama, born in Klamath Falls, Oregon. Went to high school in Niceville, Florida. Good people.
Right down the road from Pleasantville.
Chased a bad one. Got down 0-2 and then really expanded the zone. 2 outs.
A couple games ago, Starlin in a similar situation punched out. It was a high fastball, I believe, that got him that time. This time the breaking ball from Nelson, and he's got nasty stuff. I think in situations like that, you have to be willing to concede earlier in the count. Just trying to put the ball in play.
Bounce to third. Perez will get Ross, and Jimmy Nelson with a little fist pump as he gets out of it.
It's a golden opportunity to discover the exhilaration of efficiency. With 6 models to choose from, there's a Lexus hybrid for every driver. Come into the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event, where you'll find some of the best offers of the year on our entire hybrid lineup. Lease the 2015 CT 200H for $299 a month for 36 months, and we'll make your first month's payment. See your Lexus dealer.
Every pitcher has a different routine. Before I pitch, I hit Subway for my go-to. Have for years. Fresh made turkey and cheese on 9-grain wheat with jalapenos, mustard, and a little bit of vinegar. Followed by a steady diet of fastballs.
This is the feeling of turning a game you love into a lifetime of cash. DraftKings.com, the daily fantasy baseball destination, is giving away over $300 million this baseball season. And the games are one day, so you can play for your share every single day. Just pick your sport, pick your players, and pick up your cash. Step up to the plate at DraftKings.com. Play with promo code SLIDE and get free entry in our daily contests. Get to DraftKings.com.
Hey fans, make sure you interact with CSN Chicago during tonight's game by using the hashtag Cubs Talk. Make sure to follow us on Twitter as well at CSN Cubs. See a lot of Cub fans in the ballpark tonight. You ever tailgated here, by the way?
I have never tailgated here.
It is a Milwaukee tradition. Even in the colder months.
Yeah.
You see people out here in early April. It's 35 degrees.
Major
clock game. They'll be out here 3.
With the location of the ballpark, right? They had to make sure there was room to tailgate around the ballpark. And making their plans to build a new one.
Lind was at the dish when Braun was thrown out, trying to steal second, and that ended the first inning.
Just the second time this year Braun has been caught. He was 15 out of 16 before David Ross gunned him down.
Yeah, there's got to be something going on with the Sox. I don't know if it's in honor of somebody, but we'll try to find out the answer after the game tonight. Lind broke his bat as he bounces back to Arrieta. Time now for you to tweet your strongest fan photo. Use hashtag NorthsideDataStrongFan, and you just might see yourself later on in the game. Brought to you by T-Mobile. And what Jake is wearing, in case you were wondering, those are not stirrups. Those are socks with the stripes painted on.
Yeah, two and ones, I think they used to call them. Okay. They probably still do. I don't see guys wear those very often. They were kind of cheating back in the day when he didn't want to wear stirrups.
Yeah, the thing is at the bottom, you can kind of see where the paint kind of ends. Kind of hard to see from that
maybe
angle
that's why
from
he's
the
got
side. There you go.
I think he might be wanting to just showcase those sporty kicks he's wearing.
Could be. Maybe they ran out of blue. It's end of the line. Not going to go all the way down past the ankle. Chris Davis got in the lineup late after Gomez was traded.
Gomez goes to Houston and does a lot of damage. Met fans are not going to be happy.
Yeah, Mets are taking some heat today, and all kinds of reports in terms of how and why the Gomez deal did not get made. That would have sent Zach Wheeler as part of that deal, coming back from Tommy John surgery from New York to the Brewers. But in the end, I guess questions about his hip, although Scott Boras, Carlos Gomez, Doug Melvin, they all say not an issue. Outside, 3-2. Yeah, also on Twitter getting the Little League socks. Good call. I think I wore those in high school. Those 2-for-1s or 2-in-1s. Ball 4. Second walk issued by Arrieta. That'll bring up the second baseman, Scooter Gennett.
Yeah. When I was in Little League, we didn't have those. We just had the stirrups. 2 pair of sanitary socks and the stirrups. It's the evolution of the baseball sock. It's pretty interesting. I remember then there was a time where guys would they would cut the bottom out of the stirrups, replace it with a piece of elastic so you could pull them way up.
Ball 1 to Gennett. Rough start. Spent some time back in the minors in the first half. And a DL stint early with a left hand laceration. It took 5 stitches over a shower mishap in the visitors clubhouse. PNC Park. Cut his hand on the shower rack. Davis dives back in safely.
We saw Braun trying to steal it. Maybe that Craig Counsell's trying to push the envelope here a little bit tonight, knowing that Arrieta is awfully tough to hit.
Base hit right field. First hit for the Brewers. Davis will hold at second.
And that's what happens when you fall behind in the count. The guy can sit fastball. Otherwise, he probably doesn't get to that pitch. Nonetheless, an impressive swing of the bat by Scooter Gennett.
Shortstop Gene Segura.
Brewers, one of those teams that were identified very early in this process as being a potential seller. They were so far out of it early on. And that wasn't the case with many teams with the second wild card. So many teams are in the mix, or at least close to it.
Russell to Rizzo, close. They got him.
They may look at that one. Segura flying down the line. Made that awfully close. Counsell starting to work his way to the top of the dugout while the Brewers review it. Out. Anyway, so that the trade deadline, maybe a month ago, people were talking about, are they going to trade Parr? Are they going to trade Segura? I don't remember hearing Gomez's name mentioned that much early on. I mean, he's got a pretty club-friendly contract. Could make $9 million next year.
Hernan Perez with 2 outs, and they're going to intentionally walk him with the light-hitting Jimmy Nelson on deck. We apologize. We are having some technical difficulties with our transmissions, and we are working on it. Rest assured, we are doing our best to remedy the situation. So with Gomez and Fiers going to Houston, the Brewers are going to recall outfielder Logan Schaefer and utility man Elian Herrera for tomorrow night's game. The Brewers actually were going to go to a temporary 6-man rotation as Willie Peralta rejoined the group from the DL on Tuesday, but now with Fiers getting traded, I would assume they'll just go back to 5.
Yeah.
Our AT&T U-verse multi-view, bases loaded. And it is Nelson, who's 4 for 39 with a double and 2 RBIs. 113 in his career. But as a minor league hitter, he went 0 for 59. Never had a hit in the minor leagues.
He was saving them for the big leagues. He's a big dude, 6'6", 240 and change.
Chris Russin, the former Cub, just hit a home run for the Rockies. They are in St. Louis and they're tied at 4. It was a 2-run homer. How about that? Driven to deep center. Fowler back on it, and he's got it. Whew. Bases loaded. Jimmy Nelson just about cleared him, but Fowler able to make a running grab. Remember that one.
People just can't stop talking about Ford. And now during the Ford Summer Sales Event, get the best deals of the summer on Ford Escape with one-of-a-kind features.
It opened without my hand.
And Escape is highest-ranked compact SUV in initial quality in a tie by J.D. Power. Now during the Ford Summer Sales Event, get an Escape with 0% financing for 72 months plus $1,000 bonus cash and make no payments until fall. Talk about savings.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced, or descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs.
At Kia, we have some really big news. Kia Optima was named an IIHS Top Safety Pick for the 5th straight year. To celebrate, we're holding the Kia Sign It and Drive It sales event with 0 down, 0 at signing, and 0 first month's payment on select models. It's never been easier to experience award-winning safety and quality. All it takes is your signature. The Kia Sign It and Drive It sales event. Hurry in today.
40 years, 6 generations, 1 feeling. Here's to the original sports sedan, the BMW 3 Series. We only make one thing, the ultimate driving machine.
The BMW 3 Series Sedan Special Edition is now available for a limited time only.
That ball's hit deep to center field. Look at Gomez run, and oh my goodness! Carlos Gomez with the catch of the year.
So our Xfinity high-speed action, and while this whole package, as we call it in the business, is all about Carlos Gomez, who just got traded to Houston, all I can think about is, why are they getting rid of Towles Hill?
Yeah, you're going to miss that. It was a heck of a play, and that Hill did not come into play very often each year, but every now and then it did. And when it did, it was really fun. Yeah, I liked it. Disappointed to see it go.
Well, and I think a lot of Brewer fans here in Milwaukee are disappointed to see Carlos Gomez go. He really flourished here. Became one of the better all-around players in the game, offensively and defensively.
Yeah, and that's a good reason. You know, Gomez is an interesting guy because it took him a while to figure it out. And it's a cautionary tale when you're tempted to give up on young players who, don't produce right away at the big league level.
Well, Arrieta gave up that long fly ball to Nelson, so now he'll get a chance. Score, third inning. Cubs had the best opportunity. Runner at third, no outs in the second, and could not get Rizzo to the plate. got him on strikes. 4 for Nelson.
But he's going to be a tough solve here tonight for the Cub hitters. Good stuff, good command. He's got that good mound presence, feeling good about his game here tonight.
Addison Russell back at second base after manning the shortstop position yesterday. 300 batting average over his last dozen games.
So just to point out, we talked about Russell being 21 years of age, and what's Soler, 23, and Brian, 23. And these kids are all young, and obviously going through some ups and downs, not putting up the kind of numbers they want to, or perhaps fans expected.
That's the third baseman Perez, but Segura's got a nice arm over there. Off balance throw to get him.
He's got a real big arm. So Gomez numbers here just to compare. He broke in at the age of 21 with the Mets. Played 58 games his first year, batted .232. Then he was shipped off to Minnesota. Played his age 22 and 23 seasons with the Twins. Those 2 years combined to hit .248 with a .293 on base. First year in Milwaukee hit .247. It really wasn't until his 26th season that he started to pick it up, and then the next 2 years he was an all-star.
Yeah,
it's just, and that's, I'm not saying you're going to have to wait 4 years for these guys to put up really good numbers. Sometimes it takes guys a little bit longer than you would like.
There are examples, I'm sure, of guys with to Gomez from 21 to 25 who then ended up back at AAA and never got another opportunity. Just depends, right? The skill set, and somebody willing to take a chance on you and let you play.
Just as a general, if you get to the big leagues when you're 21, odds are you're going to turn out to be a really good player.
Two-1 to Fowler, misses.
And that's why one of the great mysteries in baseball right now is Starlin Castro.
Yeah, this is his second subpar season out of his last 3. They're getting into the prime of their career. Two. Bounced foul. So you look at the overall for Starlin, and if you had to give him a nickname, it would be Hit Machine. 937 hits, so that puts him in the top 10 since he made his debut, and most by any shortstop. But to see him batting in the 230s this year is something I didn't think I'd see this late in a season.
And downs. So Starlin's still just 25 years of age, so plenty of time for him to read.
Ball 4. Another walk taken by Dexter Fowler. That's his 16th walk in his last 14 games.
Turned down 94 like it was nothing. A lot of things in baseball, and with the new technology, you can measure more things than ever before. But one thing you don't have to measure when you watch Kyle Schwarber swing is bat speed. You can just see it. It's quicker than most.
Good lead by Fowler, and on cue Nelson throws.
It's helped a lot of young kids get drafted. Scout goes to see a guy with a big arm, guys throwing, and a kid steps up there and turns on one. That'll get your attention.
Popped up foul and out of play.
Nelson, a big right-hander. Typically those guys are fairly easy to run on, and that has been the case this year. 15 steals, 4 caught with Nelson on the mound.
Hit hard on the ground. Jeanette, not in shallow right, will make the play, and that will end the inning. Cubs strand 1. Brandon Hyde saying to Kyle Schwarber, just keep doing that. You're going to be fine.
Welcome to Toyota.
I've got a conference call in 15, but I'm looking for something reliable, stylish, lots of technology. Give me the elevator pitch, go.
Well, there's the 2015 Toyota Camry. It's got a bold design, plus available Qi wireless charging capability.
Sold. Wow, you should be a professional spokesperson.
I'll look into that.
Get 0% APR for 60 months on the new 2015 Camry, or lease Camry for just $189 a month.
It all starts at Toyota. Let's go places.
Jack Link's Beef Jerky presents Messin' with Sasquatch.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. Hey, guys. Here you go, fella. Try this one.
Jack Link's Jerky. Feed your wild side.
We know you live and die with your Cubs.
So plug into CSN's Cubs page as insider Patrick Mooney delivers the latest team news and more.
Plus, connect with other diehards by using the hashtag Cubs Talk.
Visit our Cubs page today at csnchicago.com. Brought to you by Wintrust.
Hey, Cub fans, let's go. Summer is here, so don't miss your chance to catch a game at Wrigley Field. The Cubs will return to action at Wrigley next Thursday. That's August 6th. It's the beginning of a 7-game homestand featuring the Giants and the Brewers. To purchase tickets, visit Cubs.com.
Again, we apologize for issues. We are working on them. It is not your TV. Trying to rectify the situation.
So stop playing with the rabbit ears.
Parra, Lucroy, and Braun. Curveball rolled into center past a diving Addison Russell. That gives Parra a 14-game hitting streak.
Addison Russell believes he can make every play. It's so much fun to watch.
It's a new career high for Parra, the 14-gamer.
Lucroy, good guy to hit and run with. Makes a lot of contact. But you might not want to force him to swing the bat here in this situation. He's been swinging it well.
Runner goes, and Lucroy fouls. When Lucroy is healthy, very high. Terrific year last year. 301 with an 837 OPS. Played 153 games.
Last year, 2 years ago, he hit all the doubles.
He hit 53 last year.
Record for catchers, right? Seem to recall that being the story.
46 as a catcher, single season major league record. Led the National League in doubles, first primary catcher in modern history to lead his league in doubles.
One of the reasons why Joe Madden put Chris Coughlin at third base tonight. I mean, obviously he was trying to find a way to give Chris Bryant a night off. Looking at the numbers, he didn't see that there was a likelihood that the Brewers would hit a lot of balls on the ground to third base tonight with Arrieta on the mound. Cue the ground ball to third, right?
Parra ran. That ball will get out of play.
Now you got a lefty sinker baller out there on the mound. You probably want to have your everyday third baseman out there. Lefty throws a lot of cutters in.
Well, you wanted to give Bryant a night off, and offensively, right now you're just trying to get as many bats into the lineup as you can. So if you take Bryant out, you like getting Coughlin's bat in there if you possibly can,
especially with the left-right splits on Nelson.
The other thing for me is just that Joe's not afraid. You know, Coughlin has said, look, I can play second, play first, can play third. And Joe's just stuck him in there on occasion. Got Kyle Schwarber in left tonight again. Saw Chris Bryant play center in April.
Yeah, well, saying down there in the clubhouse, if you're scared, get a dog. I want your guys to play scared so you don't manage scared. Willing to take some chances.
Again, and Ross will not make the throw as he could not get a handle on the ball. Full count on Lucroy.
Throughout this at-bat part to go, and here on 2-2, I think Craig Counsell probably encouraging him to go, thinking, well, if it's a fastball, LaCroix's going to put the ball in play. If it's a breaking pitch, you got a real good chance of stealing the base.
Number 8 for Parra.
Brewers have to be getting a lot of calls on Parra.
Oh, yeah. Drilled to the corner and left. and the Brewers will grab the lead. Parra scores. We talked about Lucroy with all those doubles last year. And he gives Milwaukee a 1-0 lead. That is his 12th double here in 2015.
It's a hanging breaking ball. It's just like a putt that didn't take the break. Belt high for Lucroy. Struggling a little bit with his command here tonight. No strikeouts yet. Fastball command's been a little iffy. Made a couple mistakes with the breaking ball. He just got to battle through it.
Single, steal, double. And now Braun. Ryan Braun is nearing a milestone, 248 career home runs. It's 3 behind Robin Yount for the all-time franchise lead. Held it back, 1-1. Mentioned he got into the All-Star game because Matt Holliday injury. Well, Holliday is back on the DL again with a sprained right quad. The Cardinals went out and got Brandon Moss for Cleveland.
And Holliday got hurt last night trying to beat out a double play ball. Cardinals shut out in back-to-back games at home by the Reds.
Cincinnati pounding the Pirates 9-1 in the bottom of the 5th. Joey Votto 2 for 2 with a walk and 2 runs. Throw to third. Safe.
That's great base running by Lucroy. We say it all the time. You have to anticipate, be ready for that ball in the dirt. We've seen Arrieta bounce that breaking ball 2 or 3 times already here tonight. You see the secondary lead, shuffle, never takes his eyes off the pitch. As soon as it hits the dirt, he's gone. Whoa. We're going to take a look because it looked like he came off the base.
Joe is not going to challenge.
He's waiting.
Okay. I think he was directing traffic defensively. 2-2. Infield back. 3-2.
Yeah, no, he just a little out of sync with his delivery here. See what Ross wanted that fastball down and away. Jake left it right over the heart of the plate. Middle of the way. Really good. Not to say he can't turn on a fastball, but you continue to just work him breaking balls and fastballs away. Sooner or later, he's going to make you pay. If you're going to go away, make sure you get it down. Looks like they're going to try a little front door cutter here. I mentioned Jake's good work on the road in the last 4 road starts, a 0.58 earned run average, 31 innings in those 4 games, allowing just 15 hits, striking out 31, walking 5.
Deflected by Arrieta. Everybody's safe. Lucroy in. Braun with an infield hit. 2-0.
times the pitcher's better off letting that ball go, letting a middle infielder make a play for him. But with a man on third base, you're thinking, if I can cut it off, I can prevent a run from scoring. But off the top of his glove, and everybody's safe.
Still nobody out.
The Brewers trading Carlos Gomez, you get the sense that they might be in, let's back up the truck here, and there could be more coming.
Yeah, I was thinking
before the deadline tomorrow.
Same thing. Lind would be on that list. Para. Don't know. Shopping Loesch. I guess everybody's who's making any sort of money is probably potentially available.
There's still some question as to whether the Padres are going to deal Kimbrel. Aroldis Chapman's name has been floated around. A lot of rumors connecting the Cubs to Tyson Ross.
Lined to Soler for the out. Maybe the hardest hit ball of the inning is the first out. So it's Chris Davis.
In Major League Baseball. But still good players.
Gray beards.
Like us.
A little long in the tooth.
Davis with a big swing.
95 miles an hour with the fastball. He could throw that slider at 91. We've seen it once tonight. That's pretty hard for a breaking pitch. He'll throw a changeup once in a while, mostly to left-handers, but not too many.
A strike. Down he goes. Arrieta fooled him with a fastball, and Davis strikes out. Second out of the inning. That is the first strikeout for Arrieta.
Yeah, for a guy that's fourth in the National League in strikeouts, that one leaks right down the heart of the plate. Good movement two-seam fastball gets Chris Davis. A lot of weapons for Jake Arrieta. A lot of movement on everything.
Scooter Gennett takes ball one. Jake Arrieta, 8th in the league in earned run average. He is second, tied for second in wins, has 11 wins this year, 2.61 ERA, 4th in strikeouts, now 142 Ks.
And the opponent batting average of 214 coming in, good for 7th. So he's plastered all over the leaderboard amongst pitchers.
And he's been hot lately. His last 7 starts, a 5-1 record for the Cubs and a 1.37 ERA. Ian Lester at the top of that rotation. It'd be an interesting decision for Joe Madden if he did make the playoffs and was in a series. Who would be his number 1? I'm guessing Lester with the pedigree, but Arrieta is the guy who has the electric stuff.
Can't go wrong either way, really. It depends on who they're playing.
Cubs got Arrieta from the Orioles. Baltimore always liked Arrieta, always thought he'd be a talent and be a front of the rotation type pitcher, but he had a lot of trouble with the O's. He couldn't quite get it together with Baltimore, so they gave up on him, traded him to Chicago, and that's been a nice relationship between Arrieta and Chris Bosio, the former Brewer, who's the Cubs pitching coach.
Yeah, Boz has been good for the Cubs. The only coach that made it into the Joe Madden era for the Chicago Cubs.
Three balls, 2 strikes. Brewers have 2 runs in. A lot of deep counts. There goes Braun, and down goes Gennett. Takes a called strike 3. Back-to-back Ks, but the Brewers get 2 runs on 3 hits. Jonathan Lucroy with an RBI double.
Make the most of every sun-filled summer day with a refreshing Leinenkugel Summer Shandy. It's our refreshing Weiss beer with natural lemonade flavor. We've been brewing for 6 generations, and of all the beers our family brews, this one says summer.
Did you steal this thing? Honestly. Because with all of this stuff, and, of course, the way it drives, maybe you really are getting away with something.
Now, during the Mazda summer event, lease the 2015 Mazda 3 ISV for $149 a month for 36 months.
Flour-pressed soap, homemade hot sauce, artisanal pickles, whatever those are. Well, we're glad handcrafted is finally cool. Because at Firestone Complete Auto Care, we've been handcrafting since 1926. Robots might build cars, but it takes human hands to keep them running right. And that's a guarantee, backed by our fixed right promise. Firestone Complete Auto Care. Whatever you drive, drive a Firestone.
Love music, celebrating with all my friends. Fam so proud, wish grandma could see this trend. If you feel it in your soul like the vibe should, grab somebody, enjoy life.
Monday, the Cubs take their bats to Pittsburgh to begin their 3-game series against the Pirates. The boys from the Chi are intent on steering the ship to victory. Cubs, Pirates, Monday at 6 on Comcast SportsNet.
Guaranteed.
You know, every day out there starting is an opportunity for me to, prove myself. No matter what team I'm on, I'm still pitching and trying to do the best for me and also for my team. But, there's a bunch of other teams out there watching, and, Houston thinks highly of me. So, I'm happy for that.
And that's the way you have to look at it. Yeah. Our first shot to hear Mike Fiers. He and Carlos Gomez traded to the Houston Astros.
Been with the organization a long time. A lot of deep friendships here with the Brewers, and time to move on. That's the way it goes. That's the business part of this game. You never know. And there might be some players out on that field that might be saying the same thing tomorrow. You don't know.
Chris Coghlan leads off for the Cubs. (2-0). Brewers lead, scoring twice in the bottom of the third inning. And Coghlan in the gap, left center field, long run. Davis is there to make the play. Chris Davis goes and gets one. Takes an extra base hit away from Coghlan.
That ball carried pretty well. You figured it was going to today. It's hot out here at the ballpark. Everything opened up, the roof, the glass panels, and that's when it normally carries the best. Davis able to run underneath them, but a little bit of air under it. Coghlan hit it well, but Davis able to catch up to it in the gap. About midway on that warning track.
And a pump of both fists for Jimmy Nelson. Here's Anthony Rizzo. He swung at the first pitch last time up and doubled into the gap in left center. Jimmy comes right at him, gets ahead of him.
Rizzo not only a good hitter, but good discipline at home plate. He'll walk a lot. Cubs as a team walk a lot. They lead the National League in walks and strikeouts as a team. That's a rare combination.
Nelson delivers a 2-1 and a swing and a foul tip right into the middle. Lucroy. 2-2 the count.
Almost the same pitch that Rizzo doubled on his first time up. That two-seam fastball trying to get away from him. Jimmy left it on the plate, but Rizzo fouled it off.
Lucroy setting up down and in. And a slider is popped up. Back is Segura on the shift. In is Parra, and he's got it for the out. Good communication there. The center fielder and the infielder. 2 outs in the inning.
Yep, everybody goes for it until one of them knows that he's going to catch it. Parra able to call everybody off, and Segura able to get out of the way.
Let's bring in Sophia now, and good work down there, Sophia, hustling up all of those interviews. Your thoughts about what you saw and heard out of Mike Fiers and Carlos Gomez?
Yeah, B.A., we heard from a very emotional Carlos Gomez earlier tonight, and he said that when he was called to the office, he thought he was actually going to get an explanation for what happened yesterday. And so he said that when they told him he was indeed traded, he did a typical Gomez thing and made a joke and said, well, was this 2 or 3 hours ago, or is this the real thing? And they said, no, this is the real thing. And from then it did get emotional for him. He said he will always remember his time here in Milwaukee, nearly 7 seasons. He says, this is the organization that believed in my skills. They believed that I could be a better player, a better person here. And so he said, without a doubt, there are some unforgettable memories here. And he did get emotional expressing having to leave Milwaukee. But as these guys have said, it is a business, and you move forward, and he's looking forward to helping the Astros win.
All right, thanks, Sophia. And Carlos has always said, you know, the Brewers are the first organization that let, in his words, let me be me. And that's a big statement, because it became the kind of player that he was here in Milwaukee. That big contract that the Brewers signed him to. A lot of guys crumble under the pressure of a big contract, but Gomez actually thrived under it. I think the Brewers had a good sense of that he could settle in and know that he had his family taken care of. And the deal that he signed produced 2 all-star seasons for him right away.
I think that because of the deal is why he was able to relax. He was always playing, looking over his shoulder, wondering when his next at bat was coming. Felt as though anytime he got an opportunity to play, we didn't get hits, he was going to sit. Brewers gave him the job and left him alone.
Hey, Terry, stop. They have a special.
So what'd you guys think of the test drive?
I love the Jetta, but what about a deal? Terry, stop!
No, it's quite all right.
Okay, you know what? We want to make a deal with you. We're twins, so could you give us 2 for the price of 1? Come on, give us a deal. Look at how old I am. Do you come here often? He works here, Terry. You work here, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's get to the point. We're going to take the deal.
Get a $1,000 Volkswagen reward card on select 2015 Jetta models, or lease a 2015 Jetta S for $139 a month after a $1,000 Volkswagen bonus.
And now, Feldco's biggest sale. Get free installation on all windows, siding, and doors with no money down, no interest, and no payments for 1 year.
Hurry, Feldco's free installation ends Friday. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. I got to tell you, JD and I put together, I think, our best inning of the year.
Yeah, man, we were spot on, man.
You were cracking me up, but we'll try to drop in some highlights of our analysis a little later.
Yeah.
But we do apologize, and thanks Brian Anderson and Bill Schroeder, who hopefully said really nice things about us on the Brewers telecast. And we're back. Thanks for being patient. Segura, Perez, and Nelson against Arrieta, trying to settle in after a long 3rd inning.
Finished it with a couple of strikeouts, his first 2 of the night, and a good start here, finding that outside third of the plate and down. A change up there to Segura. You don't see many change ups from Arrieta to right-handed hitters. So he's searching.
I think we should make a bootleg DVD of the lost inning. Just have one copy and, put it on eBay for charity or something.
Maybe do
a bunch of money for charity.
Some excerpts.
We won't do that because
best of the top of the 4th.
We have no right to retransmit or rebroadcast or bootleg this game without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs. Nor can you. 1-2.
He's going to try to disseminate him with a changeup. So it took Ross a long time to get there because this is atypical for Arrieta. David calling for everything but the changeup.
Swing and a miss. 3 straight strikeouts.
You know, for Arrieta, of course, he's happy to get the strikeout, but watch his reaction as he misses badly again. He's shaking his head saying, man, I just can't get locked in here.
Miller's a third baseman. He's made starts at second, third, and short with Milwaukee. He's only 24. They got him on waivers from the Brewers in June. And he hits that one hard into right. The statistically light hitting Jimmy Nelson. I feel like I had to clarify that.
They hit a pretty good bolt last time. Likely up here to bunt this time.
Bunted foul. So Scott Miller just tweeted, how many conversations do the Dodgers have regarding starting pitchers? Here's a quote from Andrew Friedman. I'm not even positive I can recite the three-way trade we made. You hear about the haul the Dodgers made today?
Alex Wood. And
there you go. Wood, Jim Johnson, Luis Avilan, Bronson Arroyo still coming back from Tommy John, and then they also got Matt Latos and Michael Morris.
See, I knew about Wood and Latos. I didn't realize the other guys were in the deal from Atlanta.
Well, that's a trade.
There's going to be a lot of disappointed Dodgers because there's not enough room on the roster for all these people. They're going to have to flip some guys, or some of their players are going to be sent out, DFA'd or whatever. Angels have acquired about 9 outfielders in the last couple of days.
Perez ran and Nelson fouled and he strikes out.
Thursday, August 6th, the Cubs take on the Giants. First pitch, 7:05. First 10,000 fans at the ballpark receive a Cubs water bottle. Presented by Comcast SportsNet. To purchase tickets, visit Cubs.com.
Held off by Parra.